we have new evidence. Just the News has obtained correspondence between various parties during the lead up to the raid, showing that the Biden White House, that's right, Joe Biden's White House, the one that said they had nothing to do with this, they were deeply involved in the early instigation of the criminal probe against President Trump, including clearing the way for the President Trump's claim of executive privilege to be eviscerated, basically getting rid of his executive privilege before he could contest it. That occurred just before a grand jury started delivering subpoenas looking for the records. So for the first time, we now have evidence that Joe Biden's White House was in the middle of this right from the start, way before the Mar-a-Lago raid, even before a grand jury delivered a subpoena to the president in May of this year. We're going to have more of that as the show goes along. But first, we're going to bring in from the phone, because we have so much breaking news, Congressman Jim Jordan, the ranking Republican on the House Judiciary Committee, and the man who will be chairman next year if Republicans take control of Congress. Congressman, good to have you on the show, sir.
Good to be with you, John. That is amazing news if that's the case. But yeah, good to be with you today.
Yeah, this is important stuff. This is a letter that the National Archives sent to President Trump's lawyers on May 10th. And what it shows, Congressman, is that back in April, the White House approved sending the 15 boxes that Donald Trump had at his home to the FBI, initiating the criminal investigation. And then a few weeks later saying, the archives, you can waive President Trump's privilege. The President Biden will not protect his privilege. Go ahead and do it if you want. And that allowed a grand jury to drop a subpoena and the President Trump's team not to be able to contest the subpoena using executive privilege. We have that letter. We showed a little bit on screen here. Your thoughts of the Biden White House being in the middle of this right from the start?
Well, I guess it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, you remember, we had heard it been reported that the Attorney General had deliberated for weeks. So during that time, if he's deliberating on what to do and whether they're actually going to, have the raid on President Trump's home, it seemed likely to me that he'd talk with the White House, because remember, this is the same Justice Department and same White House who coordinated with the school board, National School Boards Association, before they, in fact, initiated the letter as the pretext for the Biden administration taking the action against moms and dads that they took last fall. And as far as we know, and basically according to what whistleblowers have told us on that issue, they continue to do. So it shouldn't surprise us that the Biden White House was in on this from the get-go, because that's what I always suspected was the case anyway.
Yeah.